What's up, guys? Welcome back to Journaling Out Loud, episode 2. So thankful for the feedback that you guys gave me on the first episode. I loved all the comments, the likes, the subscribe. I loved it all. So I really do appreciate you guys. To be honest, we're going to jump right in it, right? So episode 2 is going to be about friendships, and I'm actually about to call up somebody right now to have this conversation with me because that's what we do. I can't talk to myself, but I'd rather not because I'm not crazy enough to hold a whole conversation by myself the entire time. So, with that being said, let's get into it. Let's see.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. So, already kind of started the show. And yeah, you can go ahead and give a brief introduction and let the people know who you are, what you do, the things you're into, and your Instagram and name if you would like.
Got you. Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, cool. So how's everybody doing today? My name is Jeffrey. I'm 28 years old. Originally, I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina. Currently stationed down here in Jacksonville, Florida for the next month or so. Getting ready to PCS up to VA. Couple of things that I like are I love gaming, shoes. I'm a big sneakerhead. I have a whole Instagram for that. I'll get that to y'all later or whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Alright, guys, I will include his picture and drop his Insta handle down in the description and somewhere on the screen later on in the video. But Jeffrey, we will be talking about friendships today, and I think it's a topic that's underrated and people don't talk about enough.
Yeah, and I think the term friends gets thrown around real loosely nowadays.
Oh,
so yeah,
definitely,
you're definitely
100%,
right.
100%. So, all right, the reason I want to have this conversation with Jeffrey is because he is married and he's a family man. So, it'll be a little bit different coming from him versus having like a single man or a single female on the show. So, yeah, let's jump right into it. So, just tell us what's your definition of a friend, for starters.
You know what's crazy? I knew you were gonna ask this question, and I've been thinking of answers all day. Like I said, I feel like the term friend is real loose. It's definitely up to anybody's interpretation of what they think a friend is. Mm-hmm. So me personally, just due to my personal experiences, I feel like a friend is somebody that I can depend on in any type of situation, whether it be when I need something or whenever I just need somebody to lean on and to talk to or whatever. Also, I think a big characteristic that I like in my friends is for them to be able to keep it 100% real with me and tell me stuff that I don't want to hear when I need to hear.
Gotcha. Yeah, that honesty is a big part. Like, as a real friend, I'm not just gonna bullshit you all the time and tell you, yeah, you did the right thing. No, because my friends can do people wrong as well. Like, I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit. And I think that should let you know who your real friends are. A real friend would be comfortable enough to be like, hey, what you did was wrong.
Right.
But I complete with that. I agree with that completely, 100%. So,
but you know, like it's and just like to expound on that just a little bit more or whatever. You know, it's just like even though most people they think they can live up to being able to be 100% real with their close or personal best friend or whatever, most of the time it's kind of overlooked because are you going to be able to say that harsh thing that might potentially hurt your friend's feelings, but it's needed to be said to get the point across.
Exactly.
Before they do something stupid.
Exactly.
To affect their lives or somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
My next question is, what is your longest and healthiest friendship? Now, notice I said longest and healthiest because people like, oh, I had the same friend for 10 years. And for 10 years, y'all been on some crazy shit. Like, not even a friendship. So, what's the healthiest and longest friendship you've had or have currently?
So, okay, so let me ask this real quick. So, when you say healthiest, I mean, like, we've never had a problem, like we never fell out or anything like that, or
no, problems are natural. Like it's gonna happen. Like you can't be friends with somebody and not have those disagreements because that's kind of what we just talked about. Like a real friend, everything won't be perfect with you guys. You need somebody to check you. So, but someone they had genuine intentions for you and what you set out to do. Like just someone that it's like that's my dog. Like I wouldn't switch up on them for the world. Like do you have one of those people?
I got you. Okay, yeah. So in that case, then, it's my childhood best friend from back home or whatever. His name is Marcus. Marcus.
Shout out to Marcus.
So hopefully he'll see this podcast one day. I shouting him out, my boy, whatever. But we've been friends.
Yeah, go ahead and share it with him once I upload everything. Go ahead and share it with him. Why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. I'm definitely do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and him, we've been tight since I want to say about second, third grade. Like, I mean, it's to the point where I would be at his house for days at end, not having to go back home, not even telling my mom where I'm at. And, she just automatically knew I'm over there because of the bond that me and him had. Like, I was close with his parents, all that type of stuff. Like, when I tell you, that boy was like a brother, and to this day, he still is a brother to me. Like, blood couldn't make us any closer. Like, and I love that man to death.
That's dope. That's my dog. That's dope. Since second grade?
Since second grade.
Jeez, how many years is that?
Shoot, I'm 28 now.
It's a long ass time. You don't even have to sit here and try to calculate. That's a good friendship though. To go on
like
that
over
long.
20 years.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's good though. That's good. I love to see black men in particular have friends because I feel like black men are if they have a genuine relationship with another guy or like they're just in touch with embracing that love they have for like a brother or something, it can be frowned upon, and I just don't like it. So it's good to actually hear somebody say, yeah, this is my brother, I love him. Like, blood can make us thicker. We love to see it. So, shout out to Marcus again.
100%. Like, I mean, growing up, I've never been, afraid to show my emotional side. I grew up with all girls. So, like, I mean, I got an older brother, but he got me by about 10, 15 years or whatever. So, all my sisters were really, like, the only people that I had. So, I tapped into my emotional side because of them. So, shout out to my sisters, too.
Shout out to the sisters. Look, I have 7 brothers and 2 sisters, so I'm a little rough around the edges.
7 brothers, jeez.
Yeah, I definitely understand how you can be in touch with the side that's around you the most. I mean, it makes sense. I think they did a good job. Speaking from my experience and knowing you, I feel like you're a good person. Like, you have to know Jeffrey to understand how he is. He's very funny, outgoing. He saves himself, but he's also a people person, which I like because he don't do too much. So to hear him talk about this, like I can see it all in real life happening. Why do you think you guys' friendship lasted as long as it did?
Honestly, I will say I think it lasted as long as it did because me and him had the similar interests growing up. We were just tight. Like, we lived in the same neighborhood. Like, we got to pretty much know each other. We would game together. We would watch movies together. We would just be outside together all the time. Like, it was just a bond that just never separated. And he was always one of the guys that was in my corner to tell me whenever I was doing something stupid, even when we were younger. And back then, did you hear about people doing that type of stuff? No. But he was always in my corner telling me what was wrong, what girl to stay away from, he would always be out there threatening other guys with me. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody tried to gang up on me or something like that. Oh, he'd be there in the high section. So it's I don't know. He was, like I said, he was like, even though I'm older than him, he made me realize what like a real older brother was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he gave me an idea of what ideal big brother would be.
That's sweet. That's really sweet. Man, Marcus seemed like the ideal friend. Like, where you at? Ask Marcus if he want to be my friend. We all need a friend like Marcus. All right, so we talked about Marcus. Marcus is perfect. Marcus, you're a good friend, but we want to hear about your toxic friendships, like your worst friendships. What do you got? Like, have you ever had something happen to you? Be like, damn, like this was just a bad friendship. I'm glad this person is no longer in my life. Because I feel like we all have those. So.
Okay, so I want to say this happened recently.
You don't have to say any names or anything like that, but like.
Okay. Because if I'm being 100% honest, I really don't think, like, prior to moving down here, I really don't think I had like a toxic friendship from anybody that I knew back home. Because most of the people because I kept my circle kind of tight, so most of the people that I was messing with back home, we kind of still talk to each other now or whatnot. So if I had a person, and you know this person, this person, it's a female, you know this person or whatever. She was kind of real iffy or in the work environment, all that kind of stuff like that. At one point, we had a really close friendship or whatnot, and it got to the point to where I guess my successes started to overshadow hers or whatnot, and it got to the point where she would be talking to other higher ups and kind of throwing me under the bus for no apparent reason, like making up shit, fucking just being like she's being like a crutch or whatnot. And it got to the point to where my aunt, she's real spiritual or whatnot. She told me one day, she was just like that, she had a prophecy or whatever, that somebody was out here plotting on my downfall or like practicing some type of witchcraft to bring me down or whatever.
Damn.
And she was like that this person was going to show themselves within like a certain amount of time. And lo and behold, this person did. And it actually turned out to be the person that I thought was going to always be like, was close to being one of my closest friends that I met down here.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, you know exactly what I'm talking about. At least I think you
do. We were cool too.
You said what?
Her and I were cool as well?
No. Not at all.
Okay.
Like, it got to the point where you would come down to the office and be like, don't let her come back. Don't let her bring her ass back down here. Otherwise, you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know what you're talking about, but I do want to know, so just shoot me a text. I won't say it on here. But yeah.
Okay.
Damn, that sucks. But no, I feel that 100%. Like, when you feel like you're doing good and boom, you feel like the people who rock with you gonna be in your corner when you level up, and then something happens, you reach a level where they just can't take it no more. Who they are truly comes out, and they just be like, fuck no. So they prey on your downfall. They don't clap for you. You see them out standing looking at you, and like they're not happy. Like you can just see it in their eyes that they're jealous and envious of what you have going on in your life. And man, oh man, when I tell you I have somebody like that in my life, and I have cut them off. Like, we're not as close as we were, and they're still around, but it's like I distanced myself from them because every time I'm happy about something, I never got any good energy back. You know what I mean? Or they always try to overshadow my success with something they had going on. And I was like, this can't be a real friend. Like, this is not what a real friendship should feel like. And somebody else that knew this person had told me that they stopped talking to them for that reason. And I was like, damn, I should have listened, but I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. And
yeah, it's like you try to see the good in people, even
and that's just because of who I am, though. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I try to give everybody benefit of the doubt. And time after time, the person have proven themselves to be just a shitty individual, and it's cool. Like, you can be that person because that's who you are. But as for me, I know who I am and I know my worth. And I don't deserve a friend that's gonna be in my corner acting like that. You know what I mean?
Right, I
Because
definitely understand.
behind my back, you probably, yeah, she did, she that, she don't deserve this shit. And in one instant, they did. I'm gonna actually hit you up and let you know about it, but off camera. But they did do that. You know what I mean? They did say, "Oh, I didn't deserve this. Oh, I didn't deserve that." You know, when I graduated, it was weird. Like it was a lot of things. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, for lack of a better term, people are corny as fuck that do that. Like
Yes,
what's your purpose? What are you getting out of bringing somebody else down because of their
exactly.
success?
And that's why you not leveling up, because you over there being envious of somebody. I applaud people when people are trying to like start their business and start shit like that. You know, I'm a share. I don't care. I don't even have to know
Right.
you that well, but you know, I'm gonna help them because it may just be my help that pushes them to where they need to go. And what is it gonna hurt me by watching somebody else succeed? Like, that has nothing to do with me.
At all. If anything, that should light that fire in you to
Exactly.
get you motivated.
Exactly. Thank you. Like, that is just crazy to me. All right. As I mentioned, guys, you know, he's a family person. So I have a question for you, and I want you to be completely honest.
Oh.
Um, so you do have a wife and you do have kids, and you guys have separate friends, correct?
Yes.
You have male and female friends, right?
Yes, I do.
She have male and female friends?
Yes, she does.
Okay, so is she okay with you, like, going out to have lunch with a female friend? Dun dun. It's the pause. It's the pause.
So I'm gonna be 100% honest. If it's anybody else, probably besides you, no. And I'm gonna just be 100.
That's because I have a girlfriend, guys.
Nah, I don't even think it's that. The simple fact that she met you or whatever, and she just knows that you're a caring, genuine person, and she saw how we interact with each other. So she was just like that. She loves you.
Yeah, he's like my bro, guys. Like, literally a brother that I didn't know that I was missing. So he just add him to the crew. That's literally it.
But anybody else on the outside, nah, I cannot. Not to the point where I'm by myself. Like, and it's not just it's not a matter of her not trusting me or whatever. It's just she doesn't want me in a situation to where anybody could possibly try to tempt me or do anything outside of what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying?
I know, I got you. So, do you feel like, are you okay? Because it sounds like that's her boundary.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that being her boundary? Were you like, at first, were you like shocked, or were you like accepting right away? Because I know a lot of people have this conversation. They like, you know, I hear a lot of men be like, "No, my girl not going to kick you with, you know, such and such." Like, what, I look like a fool? I know what dudes be thinking. You know what I mean? So, do she feel like, oh, I know what females think, and that's just that, and you're kind of like, okay, cool, I get it? Or are you like, ah, I think I can, you know, control myself, but I hear you.
So at first, because me and my wife grew up completely differently.
Mm-hmm.
I whatnot. So I'm not going to say her values were completely different than mine, but we had some values that kind of butted heads and whatnot. So when it kind of caught me off guard when, you know, she had different boundaries set when we first got married, because I wasn't used to that. Like, I was always used to, like, my ex, she didn't care who I was hanging with or whatever. I didn't care who she was hanging with. Obviously, you see, that's why we exes now. But but now,
boo, tomato,
once my wife
tomato.
actually tried to, what'd you say?
I said, boo, tomato, tomato. We throwing tomatoes.
Nah, fucking tomato. We throwing bricks. Nah, but yeah. So once she actually told me what her boundaries were, where her do's and don'ts were, it was kind of like a shock to me because I was just like, what? Like, I'm used to being able to hang out with whoever I want to or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it was even an instance where I got myself into trouble with her or whatever. So, and I'm not scared. I don't care about sharing the situation or whatever. I won't say no names, but an instance last year or whatever. So I wanted to go out to Busch Gardens with a couple friends or whatever. Now, the friends, most of them, they all canceled at the last minute, except for this one person in particular, and it was a female. Now, I did not tell my wife that. I told my wife that everybody was still going or whatever prior to this, but I didn't mention that most of everybody had canceled except her. So we ended up still going or whatever.
So it was just y'all two.
Yeah, it was us two.
Ooh.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not scared to share this or whatever. I mean, it could be a learning experience for anybody else who's listening. Like, don't make the stupid decision that I made. You know what I'm saying? So we went down to Busch Gardens. We were down there all day or whatever, having fun, yada yada yada, whatever. Came back, whatever. Oh, she was real suspicious. She just kept asking me, so who I went with you? And you know me. My ass lied. I was just like, oh no, we went. It was a bunch of us. Yada, yada, yada. And then, long story short, it came out that it was just me and her. Oh my God! When I tell you, shit hit the fan.
So you do know when a woman asks a question, they already know the answer. They just want to see how long you gonna continue with the lie, right?
Man, you know how niggas get. We think that she don't know shit. That's how it was.
All right, so how did she end up finding out? Let us know that part because
so she found out because my Apple Watch, right? So
fucking Apple, bro. Y'all listen, Apple will get y'all in trouble. Turn that fucking location sharing, turn all that shit off. Just throw the whole watch away.
Yeah, so I forgot what I was doing. I think I was either asleep in another room or something like that, or I was probably out doing something or whatever, and I didn't have my watch on. Whatever. It was sitting on the stand. And I just happened to go in the room, and I'm just like, where the fuck is my watch at? So then she come out the bathroom, and she was like, so you did go to Busch Gardens with that bitch? I'm like, oh my God.
Hey, I got a similar story, but I'm gonna tell you about it later. They're not ready for that one.
But yeah, that's how she found out.
Damn.
Yeah.
She went through the watch. Got your ass.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, like, stop. Look, guys, don't lie. Oh, actually, guys, girls, don't lie. Lying just makes that shit worse. You gotta lie to cover up another lie, to cover up another lie, to cover up another lie.
The next question was gonna be, what's some lines that was crossed? What's some boundaries that was crossed? But you roll right into it, and I can't help but to laugh. Yo, chill. Not the watch gave you away.
Yes, the watch gave me away.
All right, so what about your wife having male friends?
So I'm gonna be 100% honest.
Please.
And I don't want to say it like as bluntly as it's gonna come out, but really, I'm not really bothered if she has male or male friends. If she has more than female friends, so she can have male friends. I'm not really bothered by that. I don't feel like I trust my wife with my life, obviously. So I don't really feel like I've never had to tell her what my boundaries are because, like I said, being in my past relationship, I've never had boundaries, whether it be the boundaries that I set for my previous wife or the boundaries she set for me. So it was just kind of sort of like, and she just kind of fell out of line with that to where she's just like, oh, well, since you don't have any boundaries, how about I just know what not to do? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, there's certain shit you just know what not to do.
Yeah,
like my wife she's never done anything to cross me or anything like that. So like I said, I ain't got no reason not to trust her when it comes to anything.
Gotcha. That's cool. That's cool. It's
I hope
cool.
that answered the question.
No, it's cool not to have to overly explain to someone like what you need, especially if they're your person. People always be like, oh, I feel like my person would know. I do feel like your person should be able to kind of feel those things out. But there's also nothing wrong. I just want to make that clear. There is nothing wrong with being transparent and setting boundaries with your partner. But having someone who already kind of reads the room and know what you need, know what you've been through, and kind of adjust to that, that's always great. So shout out to wifey. Hey,
yeah,
girl.
shout out.
Hey. Do you believe in the whole friendship should be like 50-50 thing? Because I see that a lot too. I see it on posts. I see people talking about it. Do you feel like it has to be 50-50?
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I really don't believe in the whole 50-50 thing in general because it just doesn't make any sense to me. If you giving 50, both of y'all giving 50-50, where's the other 50 going? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why not both of y'all just put 100% into y'all friendship, and then that's a better friendship.
Gotcha.
Like, because you're half-assing your friendship pretty much. If by saying you're giving 50-50. So that's why I said I don't really believe in the whole 50-50 thing.
Give everything you got on just both ends.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if both of y'all just putting in the same thing, then it shouldn't be 50-50.
All right, so hear me out. Stay with me for a second. Now, We're friends, right? We're cool friends. Like, I trust you to a certain extent. You know this. Like, I don't have to tell you this, but you know this. And you like, damn, she been standoffish, right? So you started throwing shots at me. Oh, like, she's not a good friend. She ain't been doing this. She ain't checked in with me. I hit her up. She ain't hit me back. And instead of talking to me about it, you're just going on saying, damn, she not even giving her 100%. Like, she been like a 20% friend right now. But you have to consider that people could have other things going on. And that was one thing I suffered from as well a few years back. And even still to this day, I struggle with it because I try not to say, oh, they probably going through something. Instead, they're just really being a shitty friend. So there's a fine line, you can't cross in a friendship, because I don't want to say the wrong thing to them, and then that be the one thing that like pushes them over the edge. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, I got what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, so you thinking I'm a shitty friend the whole time, like, let's just say I done lost my mom, I done lost my dad, my dog done died. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm the type of person to myself, I didn't have the opportunity to tell you that because I don't know how to communicate effectively what's going on with me. So you immediately, say, oh, she's a bad friend, and she's only giving 10-20%. Like, how is that fair? So you have to do, even if you're saying, give me 100%, I give you 100%. Sometimes people just, I guess is what I'm actually trying to say. Some people don't have that 100% to give, and that has to be okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can definitely understand it from that standpoint. And so, like, just let me clarify. So when I say like 100%, I don't mean like every day, all day, every day, or whatever. Like, that's not what I mean. Like I was saying, like, so my 100% could be, like put in what I give back. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to go tit for tat every single day. Like, oh, one day, let's just say I'm putting in 100 and then you giving me 20. Okay, I might have a day where I'm at my 20% and you give me that 100. Like, that's what I mean. Like, that's what I mean, like that. Like, not just you have to be on point all the 100% of the time.
So that's really what I was looking for. The idea of someone saying that it's okay that my friend can't give me what I'm giving right now because they may just very much not have that. Like, they don't have it in them to give. And so it's my responsibility as a friend, to carry that other weight until you're able, to return what I'm giving to you.
Right.
But like I said, there's a fine line where people take advantage of that. And they use it as a crutch. Oh, I couldn't be there for you because, like, I was sad. And they use it every time. Oh, I couldn't be there for you. So you got to learn to to figure out when people just genuinely don't want to be there for you and they don't care enough to check on you and, you know, wish you well, versus when somebody's actually going through something and they're just kind of, you know, standoffish or secluded because they're dealing with other shit emotionally and mentally.
Right.
So I
definitely understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that's important. Another question: How often do you feel like you need like alone time with your friends? Like, I'm pretty sure you and your wife have friends mutually, correct?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, not really.
Wow, that's strange. I mean, it's not strange, but it's definitely
like okay, so I don't want to just like leave it out there in the air or whatever. Just like why don't they have mutual friends or whatever? So, I'm more of how can I put this? Like, I don't want to sit here and say I'm more outgoing than my wife or whatever, but my wife, she kind of sticks to herself. Like, gotcha. She has friends, but she prefers not to. She uses the word friend. She uses the word friend really loosely, very loosely.
Gotcha.
So it's like, yeah, I feel like if she had more friends, then yeah, we might have mutual friends. But at this point, it's just like, does she have a friend or does she just have people that she associates with? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. So do you feel like because of her having few to none friends, no friends, do you feel like she wants to include herself in your friend groups a lot or no?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Sometimes I have to shut that shit down.
I was just gonna ask that. Like, do you feel like that's too much? Sometimes you just want your friends to yourself.
Honestly, yeah. I ain't about to share and lie. Yeah, bullshit. Yeah. That's exactly how. Like, I feel like at some point, you know, that like each person, like whether it be the husband or the wife, they both should have a moment to where they don't necessarily have to be together all the time. They can have the time to unwind with other people, like their friends.
Yes,
like, because it's needed in a relationship.
Y'all were individuals before y'all were one. I completely agree with that. It doesn't matter if you're married, in a relationship, or talking. People deserve their own space to do what they want and need to do.
Yeah.
100%. My friends can be your friends, but we ain't gotta hang out all the time. Like, that's not the thing.
Exactly.
You don't have to be with my friends every time we about to go somewhere. I don't have to be with your. Trust me, I'm the type of person. Go.
Yeah.
Call your friends.
and sometimes I have to kind of beat around the bush when I be like, yo, babe, like, oh, there's something going on this weekend or whatever. I was just trying to see, you know, like what you got going on, so I could be like, oh shit, can I go?
Right. And it's not. Let's just clarify some things right now, because I know somebody gonna be like, oh, he asked for permission. It's not permission. It's just respect.
Given that respect, yes, that's exactly what it is.
It's definitely respect, and people who are not in a relationship, that's probably why y'all ain't got no respect for whoever y'all are trying to fuck with. But
that's why your niggas single.
Yo, check it. No, that's a real thing though. Definitely respect people's space, respect people's boundaries, and just respect the fact that you're in a relationship with them. Give them the opportunity to say, oh yeah, have fun, you know what I mean? Because
exactly,
by sneaking and doing it, you're not even giving them the opportunity to say, hey, or to openly communicate, I don't want you going, like, I don't feel comfortable, or I do feel comfortable, I don't care, like, go. But you take that opportunity away from them by just not even including them. So
exactly, and you never want to be in a situation whether it's something small or big. You never want to be in a situation to where you have somebody question your honesty, and question whether they can trust you. Because once that shit's gone, that shit is hard as hell to get back.
Hard as fuck to get back. Let me tell y'all something. I was not always the less y'all see now. I was not this person. Lord knows I am ashamed of some of the things I've done. And one day I'm gonna tell y'all, it's gonna be surviving less. I can do a whole series of people who had survived what I put them through, and
damn,
not even like friendship wise. I'm talking relationship wise. I didn't give a fuck about anybody at a certain point in my life. I was doing them the way I felt like I had got done. So
damn, we got us the regular R. Kelly right here.
except I'm not peeing on people, y'all. Please.
Oh well, yeah, not in that ass. Okay.
Or the other thing he's done. I still listen to his music though.
Yeah. When I'm comparing her to R. Kelly, I don't actually mean that shit. So let's clear that up. I don't want to get canceled later on.
I'm sick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a cool dude, y'all. Yeah. But your girl, so that's good. That's good on you, because it was not me. I was not one of those people who respected boundaries in a relationship. I was kind of like, I do what I want because I'm fucking grown, and that's, you either deal with it or you be gone. And because they were in love with me or liked me so much, they didn't leave, and they were just hurting. Meanwhile, I'm out having myself a grand time.
Right.
With all my friends. But, I'm a brand new person.
I mean, shit, sometimes you gotta go through experiences to learn, to mold into what you are today. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody out here that's like, oh, I'm just perfect, I'm just this, that, and the third. Y'all ain't been through shit. Like, you probably the worst person.
Oh, my karma got my ass. It got me good.
Oh, that's one thing. Karma don't. It don't matter how long ago it was. Karma is always gonna come back on your ass. It don't matter. You might think you did some shit 10 years ago. Karma is coming. Don't forget that. For anybody that's
you be thinking you got away. You got away with it. Everything's good, and then boom, whole life fucking falling apart in 2 days.
This is exactly how it is.
Dead ass.
Like, that's one thing you don't play with is karma. Nah.
Dead ass. So what's one piece of advice that you would give to like a friend, or what's one piece of advice you wish you could tell somebody, or tell the person that you were talking about earlier that kind of betrayed you? Like, if you could stop it before it happened, what would you like? How would you go about that?
I honestly, if I'm being real, I don't even have an answer to this question. I don't know, because it's just like, if I did say something to try to stop it, then it's just like I'm just delaying the inevitable. Even though it didn't happen. What this person did, I stopped what this person did right now. Who's to say that this person wouldn't do something even worse down the line? But I just stopped it because I said something. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. So
yeah, I can't. I don't. Wait, ask the question again. Wait, let me make sure I'm.
No, you got it, because some people, when they lose a friendship, they say, oh, I wish I could have just found out why they didn't like this, or why they go back and forth on wishing they could have saved it.
Yeah.
And letting it go. So I get it. You'd rather it happen now than later on in life when you're even more.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, when we're closer, like, there's more of a connection to where it's just like, damn, my heart breaking if I'm losing my close friend like that. But yeah, sometimes you gotta rip the Band-Aid off.
I definitely agree.
It might hurt at first, but it's gonna get better later.
I agree. I tell people all the time that I lost people I considered friends left and right, and it was because I felt like I was at a point in my life. I'm not very religious or anything like that, but I do believe there's a higher being, God. You know what I mean? And I prayed when I was going through a rough time. I prayed that God removed people and things out of my life that were not good for me. And little by little, I felt like my whole life fall apart. You know what I mean? Because all those people I thought were friends were doing shit for me to get them out of my life. And I was like, damn, why are everybody doing this? But I had to remember that that was what I asked for. I literally asked for those people to be removed out of my life. And slowly, I feel like everything was ripped up from under me. My quote unquote best friends, like little hobbies I had was getting taken away, like just everything at once. And I was like, damn, like I did ask for this, and I had to sit back and just let it all happen and reflect on it later. And when I started to build it up again, I had to be careful with the people I was choosing. It was like almost like screenings, like, what's your intentions, what's your goals, like how do you feel about this? And it was like an interview when I was making new friends, because I was scared to go through that again. But it's something I realized you literally can't prevent.
Yeah, it's stuff that you have to do.
Certain people
because you never know anybody's intentions nowadays. Like you sitting here thinking that you face to face with an angel, but in all actuality, you talking to the devil. Like you have to be on. You have to be on point. You have to be on edge when it comes to just about anybody nowadays. Because people they think different. They talk different. They act different. It's just a completely different ballgame nowadays.
Yeah, and certain people are only in your life for a season.
Exactly.
I don't think people understand that. Some friends I fell off with, and we didn't fall off because it ended badly. Like there was any tension or beef. Like we didn't hate each other. It's just we outgrew each other. We were going in two different paths in our lives, and I no longer needed them, and they no longer needed me. So the friendship that we had when we was, close, it just kind of started to separate. Like I said, there's no hard feelings, so
Yeah, definitely.
So I think people need to understand that too. Like, I don't hate you. I'm not mad at
you. You're going in and out now.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. Yeah, there's some sirens in the background, but whatever. But I think people don't understand that, and they keep trying to hold on to those friendships and make them last. And it's like there's nothing to make last. Like you have to let the shit go. Like y'all did everything y'all could in the season that was meant for y'all. Now it's time to go.
Exactly. Don't let nothing block your blessing, whether it be a person or anything.
It's something always happening on base. That's so ghetto. Y'all just ignore it.
Oh boy. You say you're the military in the ghetto. That's what it is.
Yeah, the Navy puts you in the ghetto, so welcome to my life.
That's funny. Nah, they gone now. They gone now. So
right.
Back to business.
But yeah, I think it's safe to say that friendship is something that I think people consider to be a lifetime, but it's not always the case. Some friendships are only meant to last 2 years or 2 months.
Yeah.
And then they expire.
And they're there to help you either evolve, or you're there to help them evolve. Like not just
there's a lesson involved. 100%.
Yeah.
I agree.
So if you're somebody out there that you lost a friend, like it's okay. It's okay. Don't hold no grudges against them. Like just it's okay. Somebody, you might have lost a good person, but guess what? Another even better person might be around the corner. So you never know.
Exactly. Don't be scared to open those doors back. Even if you lost everybody all at once, trust me, somebody out there is waiting, to be that friend that you need, or they're waiting for you to be the friend they need. So guys, please keep that in mind when people are walking in and out of your life. Don't keep the doors closed because you're afraid you might just get something good out of it.
Yeah, keep them open.
And Mr. Jeffrey, is there any advice you would like to give people in relationships about these friends and respecting boundaries?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, regardless of whether you're tuning in and didn't hear my first little spiel or whatever, the only advice I really give you is like you can't have a relationship without trust. So the boundaries that your significant other sets, just just listen to them, adhere to them. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't have to be like a dictatorship. Oh, this person told me this, that, and third, and I have to do it now. A relationship is always a compromise. Like, so just know a relationship is not going to survive without trust. You break those boundaries, that trust is gone. And like I said earlier, there's no guarantee that you'll ever get that trust back. Or if you do, it's never going to be the same.
Exactly.
So just love your partner, and yeah.
It's okay to have friends. Just be honest about those friends, right, Jeffrey?
Just be honest about those friends. Don't go to Busch Gardens with no female by yourself.
Y'all men hear that? And ladies, same with y'all. Don't be sneaking and going out and get no free meal. You know how you bitches like to eat and get free food.
Right.
So
exactly.
This is for y'all. Don't be doing no shit y'all don't want him or her doing. Keep an open mind. But
exactly, 100%.
That's all I got for you guys. And I'll see you guys next time on Journaling Out Loud. Bye.